Well, guys, back when I was 25 years old, I was dating a woman that was 35 actually. We met at work and I dated her for like 4 years. And during that time period, there was a time period where I didn't have a job for about a year. And I worked for her dad. And her dad, he had worked all of his life and he had retired. However, he was still hustling. He was still trying to make another dollar. And he had a sawmill. He would go get scrap iron. He would do all kinds of things. You know, I would help him for that year there mostly. I was his main help at the sawmill and doing other things there on his property, all trying to make, you know, an extra dollar. And he had worked, like I said, all his life. He had retired. He was drawing his retirement, and he was continuing to worry about money constantly. His home was paid for, his vehicles were paid for, he had a lot of money in the bank already. However, he wanted a little bit more, so he worked and he worked and he worked and he worked, and he focused on money. He focused on making more money, you know, just getting another dollar, another dime. His wife, she actually did the same thing. She worked, and she had, in the basement of her home, she had a setup where she made, you know, coats, different kinds of camouflage, did a perfect professional job on those coats. And she would sell those coats again to make, you know, another dollar, another dime. Even though they didn't need it, even though they already had everything paid off, debt free. I know the house was paid for. I know he went and bought a new truck and paid cash for it. Every day, work. And when I was talking to him, he was always thinking about money, how to make more money, how to get more money in the bank. And both retired, both the same way. More money, work, put it in the bank, stack it up. Then within about 10 years, they both died. They're both dead. Very sad. However, you know, it shows us, and we should know this anyway, that just going around every day worrying about money, trying to make money, constantly trying to put more numbers in the bank, trying to build your numbers in your bank account up, isn't really the best option. When you get old, you're retired, and I know a lot of older retired people are barely making ends meet and having trouble right now. However, that's not who I'm talking about. Some people, even if they are set, they make good investments, they've saved, their houses are paid for, they're retired, they're drawing their retirement, they're still trying to work, still trying to make extra money, and trying to polish numbers up in the bank, you know, just a little bit more. And really, you know, that's greed in my opinion. But they will use the excuse that they're going to work and leave it to their children, leave it to their grandkids. And that's all well and good if your grandkids are responsible, if your kids are responsible. But usually, you know, you'll work all your life at a job, you'll save money, you'll pay your bills, you may pay your home off, you will retire, and like, you know, like they were doing, still working, still trying to make money even when they were retired, and then be dead, you know, 5-10 years. Your kids come in, they get your home, all your property, all your bank accounts, everything you worked for, you're dead, you're in the ground, you're cremated, whatever, you're gone. And your kids come in and they will fight over what you have a lot of times, and they will be a knockdown, drag out fight, fall outs, not speaking to each other, and everything like that happens a lot because they're all greedy and they're all wanting to get is a little bit more of what their parents worked out, what their parents saved. And it usually goes to court battles, unless there's a, you know, a will that's been set. Yeah, if a will set, then that kind of limits all that court actions and things like that, and the kids fighting over everything because it's already, you know, written down, notarized, and ready to go. But still yet, you know, they will get their share of what you work for or what their parents work for, and more than likely they will piss it away because they don't appreciate it anyway. They will piss it away, and they will go on vacations. They may drink it up, booze it up. They may do drugs. They may spend it on hookers and coke. I mean, who knows? But more than likely, they won't appreciate it. And more than likely, you know, they will waste it. They will get it. It'll be a few $1,000s or whatever, maybe a bunch of thousands of dollars. They will blow it. They will spend it like it's going out of style, just there around here. And they're spend, waste, because they didn't have to work for it. They didn't have to make it. So what's the point? If you're retired, do you have a good savings already? Your home is paid for. Like you have the savings, like I said. You're getting your Social Security. You're getting your pension. Why keep working? Why keep working and saving and building and trying to build those numbers up in the bank when, you know, your kids aren't going to appreciate it, most likely. There's some exceptions, not saying everyone, but most likely they're not going to appreciate it at all. They're going to get what you worked for, what you saved, empty your bank accounts out. They're gonna have a party. So all your work, all of your slaving, all of your working at the sawmill, like the guy I was talking about a minute ago, stacking lumber, cutting logs, it won't be appreciated, more than likely. They will spend it, they will waste it, and you'll be forgotten. So why not take that money, look at your family, look at your children, your grandchildren, realistically, and you can tell what you pretty much know what they would do with your money, what you've saved and worked for. And if you want to work safe, then that's fine. That's up to you. I'm not saying not to, but I'm saying you need to think about it, because a lot of times people waste their later and last years working their guts out. Like, you know, my ex-girlfriend's dad, sawmill every day, cutting logs, hauling those in the truck, dangerous. Using the sawmill to cut those up, loading that lumber in the hot sun, and then not needing the money at all, not being broke, not needing everything paid for, and just putting it in the bank, adding to those numbers. Look at your bank account. Whew, man, I got a big bank account. In a few years, dead. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Your later years, man, we're only here for, you know, a certain amount of time, and a very short amount of time, actually, in the whole grand scheme of things. So instead of retiring and working your guts out trying to make an extra dollar to build that bank account, enjoy it. Rest. Take the money you have and you go on vacation. You enjoy yourself. You relax. There's no need to keep killing yourself, because we're not going to be here forever. So much time is all we have, and that's it. You have so many years. You know, if you're already 65, 70 years old, you're retired, realistically, you know, you may have 10, 20 years max, stretching it out there. So why slave? Why worry about another dollar? Why worry about building your bank account up for someone else to come along and spend and waste and not appreciate? So guys, you know, if you're retired and you have wanted, you know, a classic car, you had the money to go buy that with, and you want that, you want it all your life, you want to own that, you want to drive that, go buy it. If you want to spend your time fishing, go buy you a bass boat. Go fishing, go on a trip, enjoy it. Stop worrying about putting those dollars in the bank. Those dollars are losing value all the time. That currency is $20,000 now will buy a lot less than it would 10 years ago. And it's going to keep losing value. So instead of trying to kill yourself working and slaving and worrying and thinking about dollars all the time and adding that to your bank account, building those numbers up, have a nest egg for emergencies, you know, small nest egg. Make sure your bills are paid up. Have, you know, 6 months living expenses, and try to keep your bills paid up. Anything else you have, I think it's financial advice. It's just the way I feel about it, especially when you get, you know, in your later years. Enjoy it. Go buy you that classic car. Take that vacation you wanted to take. Go buy that nice new bass boat. Spend your life, the rest of your life, fishing on the lake. Just enjoy it. Anything you like to do, put your money in that and enjoy your later years. Don't spend your later years, your last few years, working and slaving and worrying about a dollar all the time. There's something you want. There's exceptions. They want a white-tailed deer. There's always exceptions. A lot of people that's retired don't have anything extra to put back at all. They're taking everything they have to live on, to keep their bills paid and to keep fed. But if you're one of the few lucky ones that has had good jobs, has made good decisions, and have a bank account, use that now on yourself. Don't. There's exceptions. I know there's always, if someone in the comments will do this about everything, there's always exceptions. If you have good kids, and I still don't really think you should be working your guts out in your later years after you're retired to make extra money to leave to your kids. The best thing you can leave to kids is a good work ethic and a good life ethic in general. That's the best thing you can leave to your kids. If you're retired, in my opinion, have 6 months living expenses put back. Other than that, you don't need anything else. Enjoy your life. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully.